Hello everyone. So today something really embarrassing just happened to me and I feel like I need a debrief with the group. See, I have this thing that whenever something embarrassing happens to me, I feel like I need to tell everyone. I don't really know why I do it, but I think it's kind of like a debriefing mechanism that I try to do without realizing that it probably makes a situation 10 times worse, and if I didn't tell anyone, then maybe my life would become a little simpler. But here I am telling you guys in the world about my embarrassing thing that happened today because I'm hoping that that's gonna make me feel a lot better. So basically, I was just getting ready to go to the grocery shops. I'm doing a new eating plan set up by my friend Rachel, who's into nutrition, and she was like, yeah, here's a plan, here's a shopping list. I was really excited. Not in a particular rush at all, I've just been doing my usual work from home, Fifth Harmony style. And I drink a lot of tea, I drink a lot of kombucha, so I'm gonna go to the bathroom quickly before leaving. So I go to the bathroom, get my shopping bags, my keys, my wallet, all ready to go. I go to leave, open my door, and realize I got the wrong keys. So I go back to get my keys. As I turn around, I feel like this wet, sludgy thing on the back of my pants. I feel a bit of water. And I look in the mirror, and I've got this on the back of my pants. I was about to leave the house with half a toilet roll hanging out of my leggings. Can you imagine if I left the house like that? And it's dripping. How does that even get in my pants? So I text all my friends, like I usually do. And they're like, oh Jesus, what are you doing with yourself? And then I'm kind of getting ready to leave again. And there's more in my pants. I feel more toilet paper. Just somehow it's half scrunched in my leggings. I don't even realize or understand how this even happens to me, but somehow it does. Oh God, I need to learn how to toilet train myself again. In fact, it's probably better just getting some nappies because then I don't even have to worry about wiping or even getting one of those things that wash your butt for you. I actually used one of those once at a well-known YouTuber group mansion. They kind of lived in a mansion house together and they were like, you should use the bidet. I think it's called a bidet. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go use the bidet. And I went in and I don't know what settings they had this bidet on, but that thing the pressure of the water almost ruined my temple of life. It was like a fire hose explosion. It was not pleasant at all. So let me tell you right now, you need to check your settings on the bidet before you actually go for the kill, because it will kill you. I actually have had the issue of going out in public several times with the toilet paper hugging onto me. It's been quite unfortunate, but probably the most embarrassing one was when I was, I think, at a YouTube event or a gaming event or something. I remember I went there by myself for a little while. And so I was pretty nervous because, when you go to work events, it's scary if you don't know anyone or you're waiting for people to arrive that and you have to kind of do that awkward thing where you pretend like you're just chilling and busy and fully confident and okay with being the only person in the room who's alone by themselves at the bar looking at their phone constantly. I had to be that person. I had just gone to the bathroom and come out again and done, the walk where you try and not make eye contact with anyone and you just kind of look at your phone. And I walked over to the bar because there was a bar there and I kind of propped myself up on the bar and kind of did this and ordered a nice drink, probably a Prosecco or something that's meant to look a little bit classy. So I ordered this Prosecco and this girl came up to me and tapped me on my shoulder. It was like, hey. And I thought I was being recognized or something. I was ready to kind of be like, oh yes, I'm the Sims girl. That's me. Yes, you're correct. No, she was just letting me know that there was an issue. She was like, oh, excuse me, I just want to let you know that you have some toilet paper stuck in your skirt. And I was like, no. And I kind of did the awkward oh my God, this is not happening. Please tell me this is just a joke. Felt it, and there was a piece of toilet paper this long just hanging out the back of my skirt. Oh, I don't know about you guys, but in my family, I've always been known as kind of the person who uses up a lot of toilet paper. I like to have a lot of toilet paper to make sure there's no mess and I can be as far away from bitsies as possible. So I like getting like a big hunk and, just using that and then getting rid of it. So there's been many a times when the toilet flush hasn't dealt well with the excess toilet paper. So several times I've actually blocked toilets. Let me tell you, one of the most common times that's happened is at boyfriends' houses or their families' houses. I also know another trick that can cause a cloggage, and that is when you want to do the no sound effect. And that is essentially when you get extra toilet paper and you put it in the bottom of the bowl, so when you go to the bathroom, no one can hear you going to the bathroom. I feel like this could be quite effective for onesies or twosies. My toilet at home, it deals fine with it, but apparently other people's plumbing can be quite different. One time it happened at a boyfriend's house, not a recent boyfriend, so don't worry. No, I think it was his parents' house. I clogged the toilet. The toilet was in the same room as the shower. And I think I was staying the night or something. So I kind of made up that I needed to shower after going to the bathroom. Like I suddenly needed a shower because it was 2 p.m. It was pretty random. But I was like, oh, just really need a shower now. Do you have a towel? So they got me a towel and I was like, okay, thanks. And then I had a shower. And while I was showering, I was trying to unclog the toilet. I'm not sure if you guys know this, with Australian toilets, the flush can be quite different to American toilets. They're really, really different. I can't remember what it's like in Europe and the UK and other places, I'm not so sure, but Australia toilets, this is how it works. If it's clogged, there's no water, okay? There's no water in it. It's just clogged at the bottom. But if you try and flush it again, it kind of releases water and you're like, oh, thank God. But it keeps rising. You think it's gonna overflow. So I've got the shower on. I'm trying to unclog this toilet. The levels are rising. It's like global warming of toilets has gone crazy. And I'm about to sink Venice. It is close to the top. Oh my gosh. So I had this idea that maybe I could scoop a little bit of the water out into the shower. So I found a cap from Hairspray and started dipping it into the water and into the shower just so it wouldn't overflow. I had the mental ability to think, you know what, this is ridiculous. This is not something you can do. So I stopped and I thought, okay, I'm gonna hop in the shower and just chill. I have anxiety, so you can imagine what it's like when you're in that situation, also on the verge of having a panic attack. So I hopped in the shower. I'm doing my breathing exercises. Out of the corner of my eye, I'm keeping an eye on that water level to see if it's gonna rise up to the top. Thankfully, after 15 minutes, the water level went down. So it was okay. I was able to leave it. Ever since then, I've known that if the water level rises, you just gotta have a 15-minute shower and it should go down and you should be a-okay. And I've actually had to use that a couple of times since then, but don't worry, I've never had to scoop the water out myself. Usually it does go down, so that's probably a good life hack for you guys to know. Honestly, I don't even know why I'm making this video. I just feel like sometimes I need a debrief about things, and I feel like if I tell you guys, maybe you will comment down below that similar things have happened to you. I have another toilet-related story that I may as well put into this video. I think I've told you guys this story before. I might even already have a video on it, but for those of you who are new, I had probably one of my top most embarrassing moments when I was a wee little one in Bali. And when I say wee little one, it was only when I was 19. I was overseas in Bali with my boyfriend, and we had been there for maybe 9 days, and I was so proud because I hadn't gotten sick. Now, for those of you guys who don't know, in Bali, when you travel there, a lot of people talk about Bali belly, and essentially it's just a little common bug that you can easily get in Bali that just means you might have a few belly issues. You might get some diarrhea, you might get some bloating. It's quite common and it's kind of expected. So I was super duper proud for not having got sick the entire time. And I was telling my boyfriend at the time, oh gosh, I'm so proud. I must be really good at not getting sick. My belly must be really, really strong, I must have a great immune system. So on the very last day, after I had said how proud I was for not getting sick, I was sitting on a marble floor. I was filling out my flight detail card because you had to fill out a card about customs or something. I don't know. So I was sitting on the marble floor, filling out this customs card, and all of a sudden, I felt kind of heat, just heat, warmth. It was quite comforting, but then it felt a little cold. Oh my gosh, I was pooping myself in front of my boyfriend. So then I freaked out. I'm pretty sure I screamed at him and told him to leave, and he absolutely knew what was happening. He knew that had just happened. I mean, you know that's happening. So he left, and I was like, oh my God. We had this glass bathroom, in the hotel room where you have no privacy. So I didn't want him in the room. So I kicked him out of the room. I was like, please leave. It was lovely of him to leave. And I mean, I don't know why he'd want to be in there anyway. And I sat on the toilet. I did my business. I felt disgusting. I felt awful. I was like, this situation cannot get any worse. And then when I tried to flush the toilet, there was no water. The water was off. There had been an electricity cut, and apparently in Indonesia, water can often run off electricity. At least this is what the hotel told me. I couldn't flush the toilet. I was like, okay, that's fine. At least I can wash myself. Oh wait, no I can't because there's no water. I couldn't shower. I couldn't wash my clothes. I couldn't clean up the mess. I just had to sit on the toilet and wait. I waited for what felt like forever for some water to come back on. I called my mom and sister crying. I was like, guess what happened? I just did this. It's everywhere. I can't clean it up. What am I gonna do? My life is over. He's gonna dump me. Why would this happen to me on the last day? How am I gonna get on the plane? What am I gonna do? That whole process of figuring out what has happened to my life right now was happening. Meanwhile, I'm thinking my boyfriend's gonna come back any minute. I'm texting him, telling him please to stay away for as long as possible, and he's like, I gotta come back, we gotta pack, we gotta go. My sister's like, you're gonna need to get an adult nappy or something. What happens if this happens again? You didn't even have a warning that it was happening. What happens if you just go anywhere in the airport? You walking on the plane, you just poo. What are you gonna do? So I'm thinking I need to get an adult nappy or something. How am I gonna get on this plane? I can't cancel the flight because I'm broke as. We have no money to change flights. We'll lose all this money. We got the budget flights, so we can't change the flights. Oh, it was so bad. Thankfully, the water eventually came on, and I'm telling you, an hour and a half later, it took a long time for that water to come back on. It's almost like the universe knew how much I was suffering and just wanted to make it that little bit more worse. So then the power came on. I was able to wash myself. I was able to clean myself, get rid of the remains. Ugh, it was just horrible. Ended up packing up. Finally, I felt like I was beginning to move on from the whole situation a couple of hours later, and boyfriend comes back. He's like, right, you got the bags, we got everything, we're all packed, we're ready to go to the airport. I was like, yes, I'm good to go. Let's just leave this behind us. And he's like, okay, I'm just gonna do one last check of the apartment to make sure we haven't forgotten anything. He went out to the deck where I had forgotten that I left my once were blue denim shorty shorts, which were now blue with brown spot shorty shorts around the butt area. I had left them to dry on the balcony after washing them. And I kind of didn't want to throw them out because they were expensive and I knew I couldn't afford to buy another pair. So I was kind of hoping that I could somehow salvage them with a little extra laundry soap or something when I got home. And he was like, are you taking these home? And was holding them up like this. You could see the brown tie-dye effect on them. And I was just like, oh my gosh, stop, put them down. Oh, Anyway, I did end up taking them home in a plastic bag because I like to not let things go to waste at times, especially when on a budget. You know, you can't, sometimes you want to hold on to things, all right? So I held on to them. I took them home. Thankfully, I didn't poop myself again. It was just a one event thing, thank gosh. And I was not dumped by my boyfriend. He was very lovely about it, and I do thank him very much for that. Honestly, I have had so many toilet issues. I'm lactose intolerant, so this video could go on for literally forever. I've also done that thing where you get locked in toilet cubicles several times and you have to get on the ground and crawl underneath the door and just hope no one's in the room to see you. I've sat in a cubicle and waited for everyone to leave so I can crawl under the door and get out. I have anxiety for escape rooms. Like, I don't like the feeling of being trapped. That's probably why. So I don't really know why. I just felt like I should share this today as a way for me to get some kind of psychological debrief therapy without having to pay to go to a psychologist's office, because mental health is quite expensive, I know. So thank you for listening. I hope this makes a few of you guys feel better, and just know that at the end of the day, we're all human and these things happen. Hope you're having a lovely morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world, and I look forward to speaking to you soon about very different things. Ciao, ciao.